JDM is the new UFC welterweight champion after he beat wait, who did he beat again? Ah, that's right, Belal Muhamad. Sorry for that, guys. I can remember his name. It's funny because the one entertaining fight Belal has, he gets pieced up and loses. JDM absolutely put on a clinic on Belal for 5 rounds. I wasn't able to make a prediction video for UFC 315, but I did have Jack winning either by TKO in the 3rd or 4th round or by decision. I also thought he would make it look easy as well, and that's exactly what he did. So many people were straight glazing Belal after the Leon win. I couldn't believe people actually thought pillow hands, beauty merchant, 0 knockdowns Belal would do the same to JDM. The only reason Belal was able to put the pace on Leon and pressure him is because Leon has underwhelming boxing. His boxing is just not that good. I mean, the guy got rocked badly by Nate Diaz of all people. I know Diaz does tap at the aura farming, but come on, it's Nate Diaz. He's not known for his power. There was no threat for Belal at all when closing the distance. That's why he was able to outwork and overwhelm Leon. Leon likes to fight a slow pace at kicking range and go tit for tat in a technical manner. He's not gonna slip a punch and counter with a 3-piece Happy Meal combo, right? Everyone got brainwashed by the low-key, lucky home run of a head kick knockout he landed on Kamaru Usman.
But that is not the cloth from which he is cut.
Don't forget that he was getting bullied by Usman up until the knockout. And in the rematch, Usman was not the same guy from before. And as for Colby, well, he was no longer in his prime. At the end of the day, styles make fights. And Belal's style is kryptonite to a guy like Leon. JDM, however, unlike Leon, can actually box. For real, for real. He's the best boxer in that division and probably top 3 best boxers in the UFC right now, alongside Ilia and maybe Dustin. Belal cannot just walk down Jack like he did with Leon. That would be stupid. Did you hear that, Daniel Cormier? Did you hear that, DC? Did you hear that? Jack will slip and counter with Chris combinations, and you saw that in the fight. Belal was constantly getting countered by JDM, but somehow he ate them all and only really got hurt badly at the end of the fight. You know, I have to say, Belal's chin really impressed me in this fight. Any other guy would have gone to sleep. Also, those judges need to be put on fraud watch. How did 2 of them give 2 rounds to Belal? Belal did not win more than 1 round, and I think that's being generous. Jack had Belal punching air the whole fight, and his defense looked immaculate against Belal. His takedown defense also looked better than ever. You know, his head movement was low-key reminding me of that one viral Canelo clip. You guys know which one I'm talking about. And we were promised Canelo hands by Belal, but instead, we got Canelo D from Jack. Hey, yo, pause. You guys are weird, bro. You guys are weird. Come on, guys. We gotta be mature here, alright? So like I was saying, JDM's head movement was a joy to watch. He wasn't just slipping and rolling without firing back. Jack was actively looking to slip and counter. One thing Jack did in the fight that really made Belal struggle was going to the body. Even when he threw a normal jab, he would change his levels, and it was effective at stopping the takedowns. By lowering his levels, it made it harder for Belal to get under for the takedowns. But it also worked as a double-edged sword, because Jack was ducking so much after the jab, it made him vulnerable to head kicks. And you even saw that in the fight. Belal landed one in the 2nd round, and it hit Jack flush in the forehead, and somehow Jack just ate it. He didn't even react. Now, before we talk about Jack's beautiful boxing, I want to put some emphasis on those leg kicks. Jack did a very good job of landing inside and outside calf kicks. This was a very smart game plan because Belal had to be worried about Jack's boxing, right? And that boxing threat really opened up the calf kicks for Jack. And DC, you know, eating calf kicks is going to make it hard to wrestle for 5 rounds. Because I know you were wondering why Belal, you know, why wasn't he just doing what he did in Manchester? Why wasn't he fighting Jack like he fought Leon? It's like, why didn't he just go forward, you know? Genuinely, DC, Genuinely, DC is so brain dead. I think he really wanted Belal to get knocked out cold. By the way, he wanted Belal to just walk forward and just like have no care at all. I mean, if your plan to defend punches is to block them with your chin, I think it might work. But there is a very, very small chance you get sent to the Shadow Realm. And I guess Belal didn't want to take that very small, minute risk, right? Am I right, DC, huh? Am I right? But anyways, let's get to the good stuff. JDM's boxing. He was so good at feinting, making Belal react, and then landing shots. I mean, it doesn't get cleaner than that. The way Jack flows through his combinations is very impressive. He might have the best boxing combinations in the UFC, full stop. The best example I can think of is in his fight with Kevin Holland. He starts off in orthodox, throws a right-left-right, switches stances mid-combo, and then throws a left to the body and a right hook upstairs. Beautiful stuff. And when he lets his hands go, it's a beauty to watch. And you saw that against Belal. Those combinations from JDM in the last round were sensational. He almost finished Belal, and I wish he let his hands go more often in the fight. I think he could have finished Belal if he threw those type of combinations more often. And the counters he was landing on Belal were sensational. I mean, look at these counters. Here, he slips on the inside and lands the right. In this one, he ducks under the right and counters with a right hook that lands clean on the chin. I still don't know how Belal ate that shot. And this one is the one that essentially won him the fight. The knee to the face that cut Belal wide open. Slips the jab on the inside and counters with a knee. Ugh. After the knee, they went to the ground. Jack got back up and landed two clean counters afterwards that really stood out to me. This one here, where he slips the elbow to land his own elbow. And this one, where he slips the right hand, as well as cutting an angle and then cracks Belal with a straight left that really hurts him. And also, how can we forget that moment when JDM finally decided to let his hands go? I thought I was about to witness a crippling finish. I thought I was about to witness greatness. But Belal, being the decision monster that he is, could not allow the fight to end before the final horn. You know, it is easy to hate on Belal, but he does deserve our respect. The guy is persistent. Now that JDM is the champion, the welterweight division has been saved, and the lightweight division has been ruined at the same time. This means we won't get the highly anticipated Islam-Ilia fight, but instead, we're getting JDM versus Islam Makhachev in a super fight. And honestly, after this performance, I don't know if Islam beats JDM. JDM has a very difficult style for Islam, as well as, which seems to be the trump card against all these wrestlers, Craig Jones. Couple that with his size, that's going to be an interesting fight. And as for Bummal, yeah, Bummal. A fight against Ian Gary would be very interesting. So that is it, guys. What did you make of UFC 315? Let me know in the comments. Comment Bummal in the comments down below to help us with the algorithm. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you enjoyed the videos and would like to support the channel, you can do that by buying me a coffee with the link in the description. That's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.